Successful people. Successful people are simply those with successful habits. Good habits are just as addictive as bad habits. Once you learn how to flip your negative habits into positive habits and become truly addicted to being a better father, to controlling and monitoring your internal state, for physical activity, for quality macronutrient consumption, to level up in every way so that you're in control in every action you do. You see, you can't slip in one area because lack of control in one area will permeate the other areas. The way you fucking do everything is the way you do anything. That's how the fuck it works. There's no, hey, I get this all the time, and I call them the a la carte motherfuckers. The a la carte lifestyle motherfuckers. I just want to be a better dad like that. I just want that. Motherfucker, there is no just. You don't just pick one fucking area. When you have solid, success-driven habits, you become wealthier. You become more fit. You become a better dad because you dropped all your bullshit habits. I wouldn't be the dad I could be if I was broke, if I was fat, if I was these other things, because I wouldn't be in control. I would have a low vibration, low frequency. You wouldn't read me on camera that me and my son have such good energy, because I'd be a low-level depressed fuck out of my own choice, because I chose to be a low-frequency fat fuck. You guys, there's no avoiding this. Your conscience is calling you up. The actions dictate your frequency and your energy and your vibration. This is how it works. So connections are deeper. We don't feel low frequency fucks. It's not possible. We kind of just pity them and want them to do better. That's why I won't. That's why I won't. Because I see more in them. And I have to lift them up. They can't exist there. I can't let them. But let's get back to these a la carte motherfuckers who believe it's one area or the other. I believe so deeply and I exist so fucking congruently in my AM period of reflection in the stream of consciousness. I know that there's messages being supplied to everybody at that time when we're all connected. So this morning, I was writing about I just want to be fitter. I just want to be a better dad. I just want some money, not to be so rich. But motherfucker, there's no just is what I was writing about. It's all or nothing, and your level in one area permeates your level in the next. And then all of a sudden you look over, and just by having good habits, you're ripped, you're rich, you're rare, because it all stemmed from the fucking root, which was your daily fucking habits. Now, you don't have to go buy a Rolls Royce. You don't have to do anything of this sort. You just literally have to have better habits and then go with what you admire. If you really admire someone who drives a Prius and you're not being fake humble, you're not being fucking outwardly looking like how you don't feel inside just to put on a facade, then that's okay. But I like my shit. That's the few things I like, is the things I like. So that's all it is. Acquire what you admire so you can draw on the people that have the same desires as you, same likeness as you. It'll be a more congruent fucking relationship. But back to the stream of consciousness as I'm writing my passages this morning about the a la carte motherfuckers. I just want this. Somebody from Germany, a client of mine, shows his 90-day transformation. And he doesn't just show that he went from skinny fat to ripped. He writes, over his skinny fat picture, he writes, no apartment. Over his ripped picture, he writes, nice apartment. Over his skinny fat picture, he writes, no job. Over his ripped picture, he writes, nice job. Over his skinny fat pic, he writes, knee injury. Over his ripped pic, he puts healthy. Over his fucking skinny fat pic, he puts skinny fat. And over his ripped pic, he puts ripped. And over his skinny fat pic, he puts broke. And over his ripped pic, he puts money. And in the background, you can tell he went from a dilapidated apartment to something with some nice art, with art lighting in the background. This is how it happens, you simple motherfuckers who are avoiding shit like the diet, the wake up, the morning routine, the habits, the intense exercise. This is how we've tapped in since the dawn of time. We've tapped in through fucking fasting, solitude and reflection, and long enduring treks. This is the modern way of doing it. Hypertrophy training to build muscle. Macronutrient, aligning macronutrients with your desired goal to stay in a caloric deficit is the same thing as how they used to fast. And then the solitude and reflection. They used to go into deep prayer or go in a cave or some shit. But now it's sitting in the morning alone and reflecting on life, reflecting on in your internal state, yourself, and tapping into that stream of consciousness that me and this guy from Germany, his last name's Meng, I don't want to put him out there, but we were both at the same exact wavelength and frequency at that time. How often do these coincidences take place? And you don't want to believe in the universe? Every fucking action you give outwardly on this fucking plane is an offering to a different one. When we exist in this tangible world, but we make offerings to the alternate plane, the universe, different stages of consciousness, this collective consciousness, if every action is an offering, you exist there at a higher frequency, a higher level. You take a different seat at the table. You're saying, I want it more. These motherfuckers beg and plead and pray with a full ass belly for their riches and their break from their pain, when in all reality, they don't deserve fucking shit, and the universe will only give you what you take, what you fucking work for, what you deserve. You will have everything you fucking deserve in this life, as long as you know it and you work for it. Was in the car with the Uber driver the other day, and they knew everything, all this shit, talking all this shit. I said, that's the crazy thing about people who know all this. They just don't apply it. They don't have results. They're missing the point. You don't take away a Rolls and swap it for a Tesla and think you're doing something solid by the universe. We don't need a Rolls or a Tesla. All we need is food, love and connection, and rest. Obviously water with the fucking food. So what? That's all we need. So the only things we can withhold that is shown as a sacrifice is the food and water, is the connection to others, the solitude, and the rest, enduring more to prove more, so that we show that all our actions and sacrifices are in the form of an offering above to prove our gratitude, because gratitude is action. Everybody who's on this ride with me, they're piecing this together. Watch how far we go. Everybody else is lost. It's laughable. I love you guys. Watch how fucking far we go. Like the homie from Germany who just posted, it was all areas. It was all areas. His whole life leveled up. Because his habits did. It wasn't a hack, motherfucker. Let's go.